Here are 10 Xbox Game Pass suggestions for the month of July. Some of these are available right away, and some of them will release throughout the month. Be sure to like the video so more people can check it out. Subscribing is awesome as well. So first up, we have Yakuza Like a Dragon. This is the latest entry in the long-running Yakuza series, and a bit of a different one because it is a spin-off that does something completely different with the formula of the franchise, being all turn-based and playing with a larger squad of characters that you control basically at once and swapping different positions with wild, quirky, weird attacks and just having a great time while doing so. All of the trademarks of the Yakuza series are present though. You get like mini games, weird off adventures, side quests, crazy little events, and all sorts of things going on at any given time. It's wild, it's wacky, and it's definitely quite a lot of fun and very over the top, which is definitely what this franchise is trying to be all about. And this is Rage, the original entry. There's two parts to the series at this point. This one is a little bit more gritty, a little bit more wild. You're sent out on the hunt and through a series of missions after you wake up in a post-apocalyptic Earth that has been just shattered by a meteorite. You've got Goodman kind of giving you directions, which is funny, you know, like the well-known actor. And it's just kind of an interesting shooter RPG type of experience where you get to drive across these lost lands, meet weird characters, do wild things, and explore a very lost sort of wasteland. It's quite a lot of fun in terms of being something different and distinct, and it's certainly something that you can kind of sink your teeth into for a bit of a lighter type of RPG experience with shooting and combat and dealing with the messed up wasteland, because obviously with humanity having kind of fallen off from where they were and you just awakening in the middle of it, things are going to be a little bit weird until you get used to the new setting. This is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. The game is back, looking absolutely spectacular, particularly if you're on Series X, where you get the super high-end optimized version of the game that looks beautiful, runs very well, and feels intense. So this game is all about the chase, the hot pursuit. Whether you are playing as just some sort of outlaw on the road trying to drive fast, or playing as the cop, you kind of go back and forth in the campaign, competing against the AI and also against others with a variety of different tracking options for the highest scores amongst your friends, and you can challenge others, which is kind of fun. And you just get a range of these large open road scenarios where there's conflict and also free driving as well if you want an open world type of setting, where you need to smash cop cars to escape or be those cop cars and take out the outlaws in order to stop their progress. Shortcuts, crazy action, intense soundtrack. The hot pursuit is where it's at. This is Limbo, a sort of really atmospheric, intense, and emotional experience, a platformer that is very dark, and just about a young boy trying to figure out that his, sister actually got where she needed to. It's full of intense meaning, surprises, and discovery as you try to figure out what exactly is going on here, what is the mystery of this world, and you're just solving various puzzles and problems across a variety of unique locations, ranging from spooky dark forests to a more mechanical like city structure, taking on the occasional boss type monster such as the spider friend here, and just doing so in a very moody, atmospheric, and really intense location. It will be surprising, and I think it will definitely provide a decent challenge as you go, not only for the main mission but also gathering collectibles along the way. This is Gang Beasts. This is a silly brawler type punching, pushing, hitting type of game where you're just going in with a bunch of players locally or online and just smashing into one another and trying to be the last one standing. Quick matches, fast-paced action. Definitely something for a particular type of audience. It's wacky, you can get different clothes, and you can have some hilarious hijinks as you try to survive on just such an array of weird locations. On top of semi-trucks, on the side of buildings where giant turbines are. It's kind of physics-based, a little bit wacky, a little bit weird, and definitely, above all, quirky, which I will probably say a few times in this video because there are some really weird games in this one. But it's a silly game. It's something I think you can have a lot of fun with. There's a few mode options, but it's very much straightforward to the point. Pushing, smashing, hitting things. That's basically Gang Beasts. Whereas this is The Evil Within 2, the second chapter in this intense horror franchise, where once again you are sent to this very dark, twisted environment, but this time around you're looking for family, a family you thought that was long lost, and you need to discover it while also looking out for a few other individuals that you might come across along the way. It's messed up, it's twisted, it's really, really intensely visceral, and it's kind of just this crazy sort of messed up game that is spooky and terrifying and over the top and filled with surprises and some, I guess to a degree, maybe jump scares or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of chilling, and it's a little bit leaning into the psychological element of horror too. So I think you're definitely going to get some surprises in this one. It's very well done. You should check out the first one as well, because both of them are kind of great in their own sort of separate ways, while being a continuous experience. This is Worms Rumble, the latest entry in the Worms series that is a little bit different from the others, because this is a sort of live-action combative experience. Play Battle Royale, play Deathmatch, smash and destroy other worms. There's intense levels of customization in order to really personalize your worm to be whatever weird looking thing you want. Play across a variety of different environments that are very tactical in design and in the combat. Huge explosions, beautiful visuals, intense hidden moments and secrets to kind of discover as you go along, trying to make it out alive. Really, that's the biggest thing here. Play alone or in squads and teams across the different modes as you try to make it to the top of the leaderboard, I guess you could say. It's really neat in terms of picking up weapons, moving around, and I think if you're a fan of Worms, you might like this change-up. At the same time, it is very much a unique experience and a cool way to maybe take a look at what this wacky series is all about. This is Immortal Realms Vampire Wars. So this is more of a strategy type game following the Drackle family. You'll basically be working across a few different campaigns, going throughout the villages, gathering forces and armies in order to be able to take out your opposing enemies. And this is just showing off the combat, which is a bit of a turn-based setup where you've got these squares and you've got different card abilities that you can unleash and attack others with. It's actually kind of interesting in that regard. You need to be strategic and use your troops effectively as you take on various enemies and you siege different locations as basically humanity is coming in against you, and being the vampire folks you are, that's not great for business. So you're working as a squad, recruiting individuals for your vampiric army and trying to survive the problems and being smart about it. This is Going Under, which is a roguelite sort of experience where you are just this new employee dealing with a place where you need to go and take out monsters. So you pick up weapons and you're constantly getting different weapons. And you get different apps and stuff when you go through these rooms, which are kind of different every single time. You know, the similar sort of situation. But it's got like a wacky sort of destructive physics type thing to it as well. Very colorful, very quirky, very crazy, a little bit weird, a little bit over the top, but also kind of strangely fun, and something that you can replay multiple times over and over again as you try to progress and get to new areas and deal with additional challenges and different room opportunities along the way. Certainly weird, a little bit different. I checked this one out quite a while ago, so it's actually kind of cool to be showing it off again, because I did think this one was sort of a neat experience that is definitely different and wacky and filled with weird things going on. And speaking of wacky and weird, we have Fables, the Everlasting Sapling, which is a bit of a turn-based paper type game, I guess you could say, basically being similar to Paper Mario, where you're going on this epic quest for this everlasting sapling as you build up a little team and deal with that scenario. It's funny, it's weird, it's lighthearted, it's definitely something that is different and unique, and perhaps quite a bit of fun if you've been looking for something like this, and it's got some really charming and delightful music to it as well. Certainly a cool offering, I think, and something very different from everything else on the list. And once again, a very quirky time. And with that, we'll be back again next month with more game options. I hope you enjoyed the suggestions list. If you did, be sure to leave a like so that more people are able to check it out. Subscribing is great as well, and as always, new Game Pass titles will be shown throughout the month in regular gameplay videos aside from this top 10 listing option.